Hey guys, I'm Susie and we're at Sooner Pilates where I'm going to take you through a class with some reformer and some fit so you can have a look at what Pilates is. Enjoy. Well, at Sooner Pilates in studio, we have fit classes, and you can see our fit room here, and they're developed to be bigger classes, multi-level, because we have all different springs and equipment. We also have reformer classes, which is traditional Pilates. They only go up to 9 because the equipment is moving equipment above the ground, so we need to keep it safe, so you do need to book for them. And then we also have hundreds of workouts online at pilates.co.nz. So even if you want, say, a 15-minute workout every morning to improve your stability and strength, we can do that for you online too. So when people ask what Pilates is about, it's actually attributed to Joseph Pilates. And he was a really interesting guy during the war that was in a friendly German POW camp who realised that there was a lot of sickness going around, and he'd done a whole ton of exercise, you name it. He was a sickly kid, he'd done it to get better. And so what he did is he developed a form of exercise based around a correct spinal position and correct posture. And when influenza epidemics came through all the POW camps, his camp did really well because they'd all been doing this exercise with him. And this is where Pilates started in the States. Now, today, we understand that the spine naturally has an S curve in it. And the idea is to get all of your muscles strong and functional around your correct posture. So we're going to get you doing functional things, and functional means the things that you do every day. So if you are bending down to pull things out of the dishwasher, or if you're weeding the garden, instead of just leaning over and loading up your back, we're going to teach you how to lunge or squat down using the muscles that were made to do that movement. So Pilates really is based on getting you strong and getting you functional. And when you are, you've got way more flexibility, you breathe better. Everything you do works better in a correct posture. So often people are quite scared to start something new, and older people, people with injuries, people with arthritis, you name it. Anything where you feel you're a little off, you're not trusting your body, it's really scary to start something new. But the great thing about how we do it at Sooner is it's a huge amount about education as well. So when you get your first session, whether that's online, whether that's on a Zoom, whether that's in studio, your first session, we're going to say, okay, this is all about getting you working in your right posture. This is what leg tracking means, and this is going to keep your ankles, your knees, your hip, and your back safe. This is what pelvic positioning means, and this is where your pelvic position is now. This is where we need it to be. So these are the muscles we're going to strengthen. And this is how we breathe to get maximum oxygenation so you feel great. So it's more a work in than a workout. You're going to get energy from what we do. And this is what we do with our shoulders, and this is how we extend our neck so that you don't build tension through the neck and shoulders, and you don't hold your breath. And so with that as your template for what you're doing, we then go through the exercises and we go through them making sure you're doing it in your correct posture. So if you're going to squat, if you're going to bend your knees, we'll make sure the knees are tracking over the toes, the pelvis is stable in its correct position, your breathing is helpful for it, the chest is open, the shoulders are down, the neck is extended. If you do a press up, we'll do exactly the same thing. We're going to make sure the hands are in the right place, the shoulders. So we're not just going through the motions. I mean, you know, we've been doing this for more than 20 years now, and we have a whole ton of clients that have been with us for over 20 years, and some trainers that are almost there as well. And the key is, you just always get better. I've been doing this for a long time, and I never stop improving and being able to modify my body and my function for whatever I need to do in my daily life. For older people, Sooner Pilates can really help because it's not one size fits all and it's not going through the motions. One of the most important things we do is every one of our in-studio classes is taken by a qualified trainer that's qualified through us. So they all teach the same, you don't have to learn anything new, and they're watching you. So your trainer's going to say, all right, everybody standing up. Now inhale to do this and exhale to do this. Make sure your shoulders are down, abs are in. Oh, Rudy, make sure you've got your knees out. All right, so all of our trainers are adjusting you so you can't hurt yourself in class. So a lot of times when people come to us in their 50s or 60s or 70s, sometimes 80s and 90s as well, half our clientele would be 60 and over. When they come to us, they're really nervous because they're like, oh, my back's really tight, this is really sore, I get achy here, I can't sit up because of my neck, I can't put pressure on my wrists, whatever it might be that they're doing, we can adjust that. Our exercises, some of them have 60 different variations. So if you can't do a push-up with your hands on the ground, you may be able to do it holding the bar. You may be able to do it with your hands on the ball. You may be able to do it holding a ball onto the wall to build the functionality to then be able to step it up. And I love watching our older clients come in feeling nervous. Within 3 months, they're feeling fantastic. And then you watch them a year or two down the track and they are doing the best that they've ever done functionally in their lives. So you don't have to go downhill as you get older. You can build the best body you've ever had.
Well, I started doing about 5 or 6 years ago to rehab a shoulder surgery, and I just carried on doing that. And I found that since then, my posture has improved out of sight because it was always terrible. I can do things now longer and better than I did before. So in fact, I'm fitter, and I'm not young anymore, so I'm doing pretty well for the age. That's a really good question because very few blokes do Pilates, and they should because it really works on your core. So what happens to people my age is they get a middle-age spread. This form of exercise works on your abs and it limits the middle-age spread. So my advice to guys my age would be, hey, if you want to not develop a beer pot, do this because it's really good for you.
Well, it just keeps me fit, and I've managed to overcome various injuries through the years with Pilates, strengthening my body generally. And also I enjoy coming here because we've always had a lovely friendly atmosphere. The trainers are very good, and now I'd really miss it if I had to give up. So yeah, I love it here. My advice for a long, healthy life, well, exercise and breathing and positive attitude. You can start at any age.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining our Pilates class. You can check us out online at pilates.co.nz, or you can join your local gym or your local studio, but the key is just get moving.